What's up, guys? Welcome back to FSG Football Siganga Podcast, live streaming right now on Twitch and YouTube. All right, I know a lot of football is not going on this week, so what we're going to talk about is the Ballon d'Or. The Ballon d'Or rankings came out, I think, earlier this week, so we're just going to talk about it, the Copa Trophy, the Goalkeeper Trophy, and the Manager. But before we get into it, we got a new guest, Sosa. Please introduce yourself, tell them who you support, and what Madrid should do to get better.
Well, my name is Sosa, and I'm pretty sure you just said it. I am a Real Madrid fan, and what I think we could do to get better, ain't really much to do now. But we just have to wait and see how the season unfolds, how Ancelotti can get these pieces moving. It's not easy when you get a lot of world class players like that, because you have to get them under the program. You have to get them to think like, you know, a team, because it's a whole lot of individuals within that squad. So it'll be fun to see like how things play out. Mhm.
Okay. All right. So the first list we're going to talk about today is the Copa Trophy, the Youngster Trophy. Who's on it is Garnacho from Man U, Arda Güler from Real, Konate from Salzburg, Manu from Man U, João Neves from from PSG, Yamal from Barca, Savinho, Man City, Kubarsi, Barca, and then Zaire Emery from PSG. So starting off with Luke, who do you think should win the Copa Trophy and why?
I think you forgot a name.
Who?
You forgot someone.
Who?
What is it? You forgot my boy Tell. How could you forget Tell?
Oh, I did forget Tell. My fault. Tell. Bayern Munich.
Uh,
My fault.
hmm. Well, I wish I could say Tell, but let's be real. It's gonna go to Yamal for that Euros he had, shutting up Rabiot, scoring a banger on France. That partnership with Nico Williams was tough, right? So yeah, I don't see anyone else winning it but Yamal.
I have a question for you. Why Yamal when he doesn't score goals? Like that's not he majority is assists, and you see it on like football. I mean BR football. You see it on ESPN. They just be like, oh, most assists at this age, blah blah blah. Most assists UCL, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
The headline's not like he doesn't score goals. So why do you still say
Well,
Yamal?
I think he just plays just in general is is dangerous. Like he don't need to be scoring to like have a good game. He can dribble past people, create dangerous opportunities. Like we saw with Spain, he cooked whoever he played against in Italy. He scored against France, scored a top banger, and even in the final against England, he was causing problems. He had his fingerprints on the goals they scored. So I just think his overall play gets him the credibility.
All right, Sosa. Who do you think should win the youngster award?
Yeah, I mean it's got to go to Yamal. I feel like there's nobody else that even comes close. Like winning Euros at that young age and being one of the best players on your squad, if not one of the most impactful players on your squad at that young age, bro. Winning Euros, it's definitely like it goes unspoken for. But I wouldn't like it would be a good shout out to Zaire Emery though. To be honest, he had a great UCL. He's bossing that midfield, and he's what like 17, 18. It's crazy, but yeah, I'd give it to him as an honorable mention, like a number two runner up. But definitely Yamal without saying, like it goes without saying.
Yeah, for me, I don't want to say him all because I'm not hating on the kid. He's good for 16 for his age, but he doesn't score. But out of the rest, like he's the clear winner. He won the Euros,
He is,
and
but
Barca
winning
did.
when it mattered, like
Barca had a
the Oblab
Barca
Yeah,
had
that's
an
true.
art average. He scores, but that's not his main thing. He's not a goal scorer.
Hmm. But he's an assister. He's a guy that creates chances. Better
You
than
know,
Dembele is doing right
like
now. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And he's supposed to have the sim. He has like a similar type of play style, if you will, like similar to Dembele, right? But he's doing better with it right now.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying? He's putting up more stats
yeah.
than
I think
Dembele.
Yamal's gonna win. His opponents, like, they're not there. Like, I think he's
I don't
got
think
it
they're
for
gonna be
sure.
that bad at all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's got a lot of PR with him, so.
Yeah, definitely does.
So turn up your mic a little bit. It's hard to hear you. A little bit.
I would say, like, if Spain didn't win the Euros, I could see Kobe Mino winning it.
If they won it, yeah. It would have gone minus second place.
Yeah, I could see Mino
Garnacho,
winning
Garnacho could have had it, but he didn't even play. He
No,
didn't
bro,
even play in
that's like his
Copa.
last gift, bro,
it.
basically.
Nah, Argentina don't give him nothing.
But Mino, you'd put Mino over Martinez?
All right, so yeah,
Hmm.
I think so. Um, moving on, going to the Yashin Trophy, the goalkeepers. On the list is Diogo Costa from Porto, Donnarumma from PSG, Kobel from Dortmund, Lunin from Real Madrid, Magian from AC Milan, Mamadarshvili from Valencia, Martinez from Aston Villa, Simon from Athletic Club, Jan Sommer from Inter, and then Williams from Mamelodi Sundown, South Africa. Um, Luke?
What?
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but who do you think should win the
I'm
Yashin
not gonna
Trophy?
lie. When I saw this list, it was tough to pick because they're mid, bro. Let's be real. Most of these dudes are mid. I went with Kobel at Dortmund, and a
Really?
few reasons. Yeah, I think he's a very slept-on goalkeeper. He had a great season last year. Got to a UCL final. Um, in the league, they weren't great, but that wasn't his fault. In fact, he was probably Dortmund's only consistent player throughout the season. And he's gonna get that big move. Like big teams like Man U, they'll need a goalkeeper. And Kobel's that guy.
Okay, okay. Sosa?
Um, you know, I gotta go with Onana. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm playing. I'm playing. But
Oh, Nano's not on the list.
I know. But you know the crazy thing about Onana though, I think he has doesn't he have like the most saves in the
Onana?
Bundesliga?
He's not on the list.
I
Wait,
know.
did he
But
say Onana?
that's crazy though. But anyways, I'd pick. I'd go like with what Luke said, but it's hard to ignore Emi Martinez, honestly, especially like when it comes to that Copa America and how he always stares, like the stare downs, all of that, like that goes into that side of football. I feel like him, he could be up there. With Aston Villa, he's decent, you know what I'm saying. But I think Argentina really sticks out for him during those pen shootouts, man. Like it just he lives for those type of moments. So I'd go Emi Martinez.
Yeah, me too. I think the PR is with Martinez. That's why I'm kind of surprised Luke didn't say him. Uh, you know how every time Argentina wins a trophy, the world goes crazy. He did
I
good with
saw him. I saw him, but screw Argentina.
Ashton Villa got top four. I think for sure he's gonna get it.
Yeah,
Like, there's no way he doesn't get it.
me too.
I Kobel's a good shout, but they're not gonna give it to him.
Nah, they're not.
Yeah,
He's
nah,
got a lot of saves
I'm
though.
just going off what I would pick. I know they won't
Yeah.
give it to Kobel.
Um. Okay, moving on to the managers before we get into the Ballon d'Or. For the managers, we got Xavi Alonso from Leverkusen, Ancelotti from Real Madrid, De La Fuente from Spain. Who's he? He's coach of Spain, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Spain's coach.
Jasperni, Atalanta, Pep from Manchester City, and Scaloni from Argentina. Luke.
Now, the coach I picked, he's Spanish, won a trophy. It's gotta be Xabi Alonso, bruh. Come on now. Undefeated. Undefeated season. He won Leverkusen their first ever Bundesliga title. He won them the DFB Pokal as well. I mean, that Europa League final, that's a tarnish. But he won trophies at Leverkusen at a team he was not expected to win. When he took over Leverkusen, they were in a relegation battle. And then he made them win the league and the cup in the span of 18 months. Like, I know they'll probably give it to Ancelotti or Pep, but I think Alonso deserves it, in my opinion.
Okay, Sosa. So you, wait, so you have Xavi. You have Xavi, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm the
Yeah,
same.
I'm with
I'm
him.
the same. The thing about Xavi is though he didn't win that Europa, and he kind of got shit on. Hat trick.
Yeah,
That's bad. Like that. If he won that, I think
I,
he would
w-
have got. I think he
I
would
will
have got
say
it.
that was their worst game of the season too. That was the worst thing. That was the worst game.
Yeah.
Never seen them play so bad.
I think he should because any coach that goes undefeated in any league deserves a shout. But I think Carlos got it because he got the back to back and he won La Liga. So yeah.
True.
All right, moving on to the main event. Everybody's been waiting for Ballon d'Or. I'm gonna share my screen so y'all can see it. Give me a second. Here we go. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna read down the list of nominees. There's a lot, so bear with me. We got Jude Bellingham, Ruben Diaz, Phil Foden. Oh, no. We're gonna talk about them one by one. I'm not gonna read that. Okay, so starting off with Jude. How do y'all feel about Jude? Luke?
Yeah, he deserves to be called up. I mean, to walk into Real Madrid and just become the guy, scoring goals, having fun, being the key man for that team, I mean, he definitely deserves it. And he um he saved England. Like, remember when Slovakia were this close to knocking out England? Like, he
Bicycle.
saved them.
Bicycle kick.
Yeah, the clutch bicycle kick. He definitely deserves to be there.
Sosa? Yeah. For me, Jude. Oh, okay, okay. We'll talk about that later. For me, yeah, Jude. I was not big on Jude when he was at Dortmund. I thought he was like not trash, but he was just, a little above average player. But he's proved me wrong at Real Madrid because he really took the leadership role in that team and he brought them to the next level. And he was clutch. I know they didn't win Euros, but he played a big part in it. There were some games where he was bad, but for the majority he was good. Um, and then he won the UCL. So yeah, Jude's definitely up there in the ranks. All right, moving on. Ruben Diaz, Luke.
Um, yeah, I'd say he's top 30. He's a good center back for City. He did good in the Euros for Portugal.
I'm the same. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I think he's like middle. Like if he did 30, he's like 15, 20. Just just had a good season overall.
Sosa. Yeah, for me too. He is City's best defender, and they did win. They won. They did win two trophies. So, uh, wait. No, they only won one. Prem, right?
Well, if you want to count the Club World Cup and the Super Cup,
Oh yeah, Club World Cup. Yeah, I don't have much to say. Foden, Luke.
um, yeah, I think he deserves to be here. He pretty much not carried, but he did a lot for Man City at the back end of the season. I mean, going to the Bernabeu, scoring a screamer, winning City the title on the last day, scoring a brace. I think it was a brace. Um, the only reason I don't think he's that high is because he had a stinker in the Euros. He didn't do much at all. But yeah, I think he deserves to be here.
Yeah, Sosa. Yeah, for me, Foden should be in here, of course. But that Euros, bro, he was terrible. 007. And it's not like he didn't provide anything. He didn't do anything. It's like, bro, how you go from Man City, uh, Prime Player of the Year, to that? I know your manager sucks, but come on, bro. That just makes me feel like he's a little of a system player. He's got to prove me wrong on that, but he deserves to be on the list. Valverde, Luke.
Yeah, no, he deserves to be on this list. I think he's one of the most complete midfielders in the game. He can play DM, 8, 10, winger. He scored crucial goals for them. I remember that goal against City he had. He's always a threat on the attack, but he can always put in a clean challenge. I think he got to the semifinals with Uruguay in the Copa America. So yeah, no, he deserves to be there.
So. Yeah, for me, Valverde, he deserves to be on it. I feel like he's a little underrated. I like Valverde because, like y'all said, he's versatile. I like that he can play anywhere in the mid and he can play up top, and I like that. And he comes up clutch. Like, so when you need a goal, he could provide it. Moving on to Holland, Luke.
Yeah, no question. Top goal scorer in the Prem. Won the Premier League title again. If you even look at him this season, dude looks like he's farming. Like he's got two hat tricks already. Yeah, easy Holland, easily.
Um, Sosa. Yeah, for me, Holland's yeah, he's insane. He got robbed of the 2022. No, right? No, it was last year's. He got robbed.
Last year's, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he got robbed of last year's. I don't think he should win it this one, but this guy is just a machine, bro. I love Holland. I don't think he's a system player because he's done it at shitty clubs too. And now that he's in a good team, people want to use that against him. But he's just providing. He's doing what he needs to do in a good team. But yeah, Holland for sure needs to be in here. Nico Williams, Luke.
Yeah, he deserves to be on the list. Had a crazy Euros. I think that's why he's on this list because he just had a crazy good Euros. He cooked Italy. I remember that game. He cooked Italy. Scored in the final, right? Against England. Yeah, scored in the final. Had a good game against France and Germany. And even with Athletic Bilbao, he got them
I
into
think I
Europa
think
League.
I think
So
he had a good game in all the Euros. Like there wasn't a
yeah,
bad game.
like he cooked. Every game he played, he cooked. And even with Bilbao, he got them to Europa League. He got them into Europe.
Sosa. Yeah, I respect Williams being on the list. He had a great Euros and he won and he scored in the final. So, Granit Xhaka, Luke.
I might be by myself on this. I think he deserves to be on the list. If you look at how Leverkusen played, everything went through him in the midfield. He was the one dictating the play, making the passes out wide, controlling the tempo. He's somebody that Xabi Alonso really trusted in that midfield to keep the ball, keep the team grounded, and he was a very key player for them. Uh, I didn't used to rate him, but last season he was playing really well, and he took Switzerland. I think he's their captain. He captained Switzerland to like the quarters, and they took England to penalties. So I think he should be there, but I think I'll be outruled.
Sosa. Yeah, me personally, I don't know. These guys at Arsenal were saying, get him out. He sucks. He's washed. He goes to this Leverkusen team and Xavi turns him around. Me personally, I don't watch enough Leverkusen to know if he should be in it, but everybody says like he's like the ruler of the mid. So if so, yeah, and they went undefeated, so it's just PR to him. Dovbrick, Luke.
I'm gonna be real. I don't know much about this guy. I know he was the winger on Girona, I think, and I think he went to Roma just now.
Me,
But
me, I don't know nothing
uh,
about him. So,
yeah, I don't know much about him.
so do you know? Yeah, I don't think he should be on it, but Cruz, Luke.
That's a guy I know, bro. We're talking about one of the most underrated midfielders ever, bro. Like when we talk about Zidane and Iniesta, people put Modric there, but they never put Kroos. I don't know why, bro. He's there. And this season he had was crazy, bro. I remember one of the key things that stands out to me was that game against us when we were pushing Real Madrid, we were pushing for that goal. This dude Kroos, bro, one through ball and Vinicius is through on goal. It was just crazy what Kroos can do with the ball. And even with Germany, it's not a surprise. This dude comes back to Germany and they become competitors. So yeah, Kroos definitely deserves to be on this list.
Sosa. Yeah, Kroos he's a legend of the game, and like Luke said, he's not like a legend where he gets his respect. Um, yeah, he had a great year, especially at his age. He's still doing it. Um, yeah, I don't have a problem with him being on the list. Olmo, Luke.
I like Olmo a lot, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he deserves to be on this list. I mean, I will say he cooked us in that Super Cup last year. He did cook us. But after that, he got injured and he was in and out of the team, in and out, in and out. Personally, me, I think another Leipzig player should have been on this list instead of Olmo, but I don't think he deserves to be here.
Sosa.
Yeah, he did have a good one.
Yeah. Um, I'm with you. I don't think he should be on the list. I feel like the Ballon d'Or these days is just like you have one good tournament, you have one good run of games in your league, or you win it, you get like boost to be on this list. Like
Oh, I forgot about his Euros. Yeah, he did have a good one.
he had a good one, but I don't think it's
But with
like
Leipzig, he was always injured.
yeah,
That's
he
the
didn't
thing
do
for me.
anything for club, and that's the problem. Like that's what most of these players are getting in for, just their tournament run. But moving on, Wirtz, Luke.
Yeah, Verts for sure deserves to be on this list. I mean, 37 goals, goal contributions for the whole season. Was basically one of the main players to win Leverkusen their first ever Bundesliga title. And even in the Euros, first player to score in the Euros. Good goal against Scotland. And well, that clutch equalizer against Spain, man. That was something of dreams. But yeah, no, he definitely deserves to be here.
Sosa. Yeah, he scored the first one. Yeah. Yeah, see that look, two players that play in the German league, but Wirtz did something in it. I'm not saying almost trash. I'm just saying look at what he did. He had 30 plus goals. He won the league. He won their
The
Pokal.
cup. Yeah.
He won stuff. and then he did good in the Euros. Okay, put him in. But Olmo, like he can't be put in for good Euros. But yeah, worst baller. He definitely deserves to be in here. Martinez, Luke.
This one I'm kind of up in the air with because I think in the end he does deserve to be here because he got Villa top. He was there for Villa to get top four, and he's a key player for Argentina when they win their trophies. Like I think they went to a penalty shootout with a team, saved two or three pens. So yeah, at the end, I think he deserves it.
Sosa. Me personally, mm, I'm not big on Martinez, but he did win his league and he did have a good Euros. He was top goal scorer, right? I mean, not Euros Copa. He was top goal scorer, right?
No, this is the other one. This is the Villa one.
Oh, this is Emmy.
Yeah,
Oh, Emmy. Yeah, my fault. Because there is two. Yeah, there is Lautaro.
there's two of them.
Emmy, he got top four. Ashton Villa. You gotta respect that. Um, and he won Copa, and I think he's gonna win the goalkeeper award. So yeah, he should be in it. Odegaard, Luke.
Nah, nah, I don't think Odegaard deserves to be here. Didn't win anything. He had a good season, but I don't know. I mean, no Kevin De Bruyne, no Salah, but Odegaard's here. I don't know. Not for me.
Sosa.
Nah,
No, oh, my fault. I was muted. No, they didn't qualify. I mean, his country does suck, but they didn't qualify. Um, Odegaard, he is a baller, and Odegaard, he is a baller. Don't get me wrong, but he didn't. They didn't do anything, and it's not like he had an insane season to where he just carried Arsenal. He didn't carry that Arsenal team. It was just them as a whole. I don't. I respect Odegaard. He's good, but he doesn't deserve to be on this year's list. Hummels, Luke.
yeah, I think he does deserve to be here. He locked up Mbappe and scored home and away against PSG in the UCL. He was one of the key players to get Dortmund to that UCL final. I don't know why Dortmund let him go. He's at Roma now. Roma signing players. But yeah, I think he deserves to be here.
Sosa. Yeah, I think he was one of the best defenders in the UCL. He was a big part of why Dortmund made it to where they did. And I know he didn't do much in the league, but he had a really good UCL for a defender. So I'll put him in. Um, Rodri, Luke.
For sure. 100%. I mean, we'll talk about it later on in the video. I have him very high. Like in my opinion, he was Man City's most important player. You could argue maybe their best player. He has clutch goals. He can control the game, with the ball at his feet. tackles for club and country. He showed up.
So. Yeah, Rodri, he does this thing. Like he's reliable, and you always know he's gonna have a good game. He's like he impacts it in a different way to where most people might not appreciate it, but when he scores his goal, then he's like, oh wow, Rodri. He's a very clutch player, and he did win his league, and he won the Euro. So yeah, of course he needs to be in here. Kane, Luke.
Well, obviously, as a Bayern fan, I saw him every game. He didn't win any trophies, which isn't new, but top goal scorer in Europe. And I will say he was one of our best players last season. He was one of our best players for sure. Scoring goals against Arsenal in the Emirates, scored against Madrid in the Allianz. He racked up those goals. Bro, his first their Classicer, he gets a hat trick. It was crazy. I think he deserves to be here for sure.
Sosa.
Wait, did he ask me something? I
Wait,
can't
what'd
hear.
you at? So what'd you ask him first?
Yeah, it's his first season with us.
Yeah, for me, it is bad that he didn't win no trophy. Um, but he was top goal scorer in Europe. He had a good Euros, and he had a good UCL run. I just wish he won it. Like if he won a trophy, even if it was like Pokal, I would have put him in, like no doubt. But he scores goals. He's Yeah, he does his thing. So I'll put him in. Rice, Luke.
Personally, I'm a big fan of Declan Rice, but nah, I don't think he should have been on this list. He did have a really good season for Arsenal, but missing out on the title, and I think he had kind of a weak UCL. I mean, I get it's his first UCL, but still, I don't think he was that impressive in the Champions League, especially away from home. And Euros was kind of mid, honestly, for him. So that's why I don't think he should be there. But he is a good player.
Sosa. Yeah, it's me too. Like he did good for Arsenal, but he didn't win the league. He had a. I didn't hear anybody talk about his UCL performances, and
Hmm.
then his Euros was mid too, so it was underwhelming. I mean, even Jude, who was having bad games, was getting talked more than him. Like, he is a good player, and he was important. He did impact that Arsenal squad, but all around, I don't think he should be here. Um, Vitinha, Luke.
I like Vitinha a lot, and I make jokes about their league, but he did win the league with PSG, and he had a really good UCL campaign. And he had a good Euros with Portugal, so I don't mind him being here, to be honest.
Sosa. For me, I don't know. Vitinha's good, but I don't. He did win the league, but like nobody cares. But he did have a good UCL run, and Portugal. He did. I feel like he was just good everywhere, which is not a bad thing. But to be top 30 Ballon d'Or, you need to have a great to elite season. And I don't know if he had that. I don't think you look at his season and he was like, oh wow, Coutinho was great last year. I think he was good, but not great. He's like on the border if he should be in for me. I don't know. Vinny, Luke.
In a word, yeah, that's it, really. One of the best players in the world. I think, I honestly think, last season he was the best player in the world. I think he's better than Mbappe, but that's just me.
Sosa. You're on mute, you're on mute. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He was great everywhere in the league, UCL, but like he's a nominee to win it, and he did not do nothing for Brazil. And like that's where it gets me of it, if he should be a winner of it or not. But we'll talk about that later. But yeah, he deserves to be in it. Yamal, Luke,
Yeah, we already kind of talked about Yamal.
yeah.
Like, he
Um,
should be there for sure.
for his age, he should be there for what he's done. Um, Saka.
But another Arsenal player. Like, how do these dudes have so many players? You would think they would have won the Prem
They
with
would
all
have
these
won
players,
something. They got like four or
right?
five players in here. They didn't win nothing.
They have the same amount of
Mhm,
players as Man City who won the Prem.
mhm.
But if you had to make an argument for any Arsenal player, I guess Saka would be the guy. You would argue had a really good season in the Prem, had a good Euros. I don't personally, I don't mind him being here, but looking at all these Arsenal players, it's just kind of weird.
Sosa. Yeah, for me, I'm like Luke. If you were to put an Arsenal player, I guess put Saka. But I don't know. I'm looking at his stats because I didn't know his stats. He had 16 goals, 9 assists, which is not bad, of course, but that's not insane or elite to be top 30. I mean, if he won a trophy, sure, put him in. But I just can't handle this PR, bro. Like, oh shoot, he left.
I think he's trying
Hope,
to fix his
yeah,
mic.
hopefully he's coming back. But anyway, like I'm tired of this PR, bro. Like we get it, Arsenal they came from 10th place team to second place, but they're not winning anything. They're like, but
Plus, they don't do anything in Europe.
yeah, so you can't really give these guys anything. And he didn't have an insane prem season. Um, like Ollie Watkins did better than him in the prem. Solanke did better than him in the prem. Like, come on, bro. But going on to you with Saliba. Hopefully Sosa comes back. No, there we go.
But
Nice.
another Arsenal player, bro. Like, I don't get this. I mean, like people can say they had a great Arsenal overall had a great defense, this that,
I
bro.
think they had the lowest goal. Like they let in the least amount of goals last season. I think in the
Yeah,
prem.
I mean that's just a more of a unit kind of thing than just saying Saliba was part of it. I
Hmm.
feel like what they did was they just saw that and then they picked one of the defenders, and Saliba is French, had a good, all right Euros, so they just
All
picked him.
right.
For me, I don't think he should be here, and here's why. In Europe, right? This dude was mid at best. He gave up the penalty against Sane, and then in Munich, he didn't do anything. He was just there, spectating. So yeah, I don't. He's a great defender, but I don't know if he should be here.
Sosa, Saliba.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I feel like he shouldn't be here. Um, there's not really much I could even say about him, honestly. Like he was pretty mid a lot of times. He did let his team down a couple times. I don't know. And with France too, he's just mid. You know. I feel like instead of him, it could have been Kunde or somebody like that. You know. That's just what I think.
For me, again, I'm saying this for the fifth time. I think he didn't win anything for his club. He is a great defender. Don't get me wrong, but to be in this list, you need to have something to go back off of. Unless you had an insane season and it was like your rookie season, like Yamal. Like he didn't do anything. Barca didn't win anything, but he's a young player doing what he's doing, getting these stats. Like Saliba, he's great, but France, no one talked about Saliba with France, and you already know Arsenal. But moving on, Palmer, Luke.
Yeah, I like him on. I like him on the list. I mean, the stats he had with Chelsea was crazy. Second top goal scorer in the Prem for essentially an attacking midfielder. Um, yeah, assists, goals. He was the heart of that Chelsea team.
Sosa.
Yeah, without a doubt about it, he definitely belongs here. He was definitely carrying that disappointing, sorry, trash team that Chelsea was and kind of still is. But I feel like he definitely came up clutch with them pens, bro. Like he really was Cole Palmer. Like call him Cole Palmer for a reason, you know. So that's why I feel like he deserves to be on here, bro. Like the Cole Palmer lore is absolutely insane, bro. And yeah, bro, he could be a top 10. I don't know, but I feel like he didn't win anything to deserve that at the same time. You know what I mean? But his stats are just speak for themselves. It's insane. Yeah.
Hmm. For me, yeah, that's my boy. Palmer, he was just like the Arsenal. He didn't win anything. but his season for where he came from was insane. Like he had 30 plus GNA. He had clutch goals, like Sosa said. He had limited time in the Euros, and he's making an impact. He was playing behind Foden, but he's still coming on and making some sort of impact, progressing the ball, and he scored in the final with limited minutes. This guy is such a baller. He, I know he didn't win it, but he got his Young Player of the Year Prem for the Prem. But this guy is class, and he is only going up from here. So he definitely, for me, and I know I'm a little biased. I watch him every game though. He definitely deserves to be in here. Um, Mbappe. So, I mean, Luke.
Yeah, Mbappe deserved to be here, but I will say he did have a pretty disappointing Euros, and even in the UCL, he didn't turn up. I mean, he got a penalty against Barcelona, but that's when the game was pretty much over, and didn't do anything against Dortmund. So yeah, I think he deserves to be here because of his overall season, but had a disappointing end.
Sosa.
Yeah, Mbappe definitely deserves to be here, without a doubt about it. One of the best players in the world. Could be the best, but I mean, honestly, just like Luke said, his Euro was disappointing. In my opinion, his UCL was disappointing, bro. Like, I mean, you could tell he's trying. That's one thing I love about Mbappe. He's always trying, giving 100%. But his production sometimes is a little bit questionable. When it comes to being that guy, it all depends. Sometimes he's really that guy. Like sometimes he'll carry the whole team, and then other times, like he's trying so hard, but just nothing comes out of it. But overall, his season was actually very good. Didn't win much except for that. What's the name of that trophy? McDonald's, Uber Eats. I don't know, bro, but yeah. All right.
Yeah, for me, so I mean, yeah, he deserves in here because his stat padding in that McDonald's league, but overall, UCL was disappointing. I think that was his worst UCL run in a PSG. Like him individually, I think that was his worst in a PSG kid. His his Euros was terrible. He just deserves to be in here because his stats. But if you look at where the stats are coming from, it's in games that don't matter. And I think I don't know. He deserves to be in here, but not. I'm not impressed with Mbappe last year. Lautaro Martinez, Luke.
Yeah, no, he deserves to be here. I mean, top goal scorer in Serie A. I think he was the top goal scorer in Copa America, won Copa America, won Serie A, and he was racking up those goals for Inter Milan. So yeah, I think he should be on this list.
Sosa.
I mean, it's all right. Eh, like he cool or whatever. He bags goals, I guess. Not really a big fan of his play style or his butchering game or his cherry picking. Um, yeah, I feel like he's pretty good. He bags a goal, but yeah, he's all right. Probably wouldn't put him on his list. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, Copa America. Yeah.
Yeah, he's honestly in here because of what he won. He was top goal scorer in both, so I have to give him props. But yeah, you got to put him in for what he's won. Um, Luke won
Why is he here? I mean, what did he do?
What?
He
hat
scored
trick
a
in the
fine.
Europa League.
But that's it. You're gonna make top 30 because of one game? I mean, I guess you ended Leverkusen's undefeated season, So I'll give you props for that. But I mean, he had like a mid-season for Atalanta, and I feel like the only reason he's on this list is because he ended Leverkusen's undefeated
He's in here because the
season.
hat trick.
Yeah, he won the
So
Europa, I guess, but
Sosa.
Um, I don't. I mean, I don't really know too much. I know about Lukman only because I've seen him in the Nigerian kit. That's pretty much about it.
Yeah, I don't know too much about him either.
Yeah, but our other member, Obsani, probably can tell you more. But I don't really know too much about this guy. I'm not gonna lie. Only thing I really know about him is literally that final, and then the goal that he had it what in like what was it? It was against yeah, I forget that. But that's all I know really about that final, and then the game against us. Real Madrid, and him showing up. Not gonna lie, he's a baller. He's a baller. He's a crack. You feel me? But I can't really speak too much on him. Like I don't really know his stats like that. And what else did they win other than the Euros? I mean Europa. I don't know. But
Yeah, for me, I'm the same. I don't know much about him personally. I'm not saying he's trash, but a hat trick in a Europa League final shouldn't get you top 30. And it's not like he didn't do anything. They didn't win their league. I'm not saying he's bad, but
he's tough.
that's what we're doing now. You do good in one match, and it's a Europa League. If it was UCL final, yeah, sure, put him in. But I'm not like downplaying it, but yeah, I don't think he should be in here. Um, yeah, Carvajal, Luke.
yeah, he definitely deserves to be here. Great season for him, and he's basically won every trophy he could this season. Won La Liga, won the Champions League, he won the Euros, and he scored in the UCL final. So yeah, he definitely deserves to be here.
Sosa. Yeah, he won everything. He won Super Cup. Um, yeah, I thought Carvajal was washed. Like I thought he was getting washed, but I guess yes, last year proved me wrong. He wasn't important. It's not like he just like rode along. He was the main part in Euros and in Real Madrid. Yeah, he was on the verge, but he turned it up last season. I guess he heard the haters like myself, and he turned up. So yeah, he did. He definitely deserves to be in there. Kalhano Luke.
Nah, I don't really see it. I feel like what they did here is that they were looking at the list. Oh, we don't have many players from the Serie A. Let's just pick a random Inter player, and then they picked Çalhanoğlu for whatever reason. I mean, I think there are Inter players that have better seasons than him, like Thuram, Bastoni, Barella, even Jan Sommer. But yeah, I don't think he should be here.
Sosa. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't know who that is, and if I don't know you, I don't think you should be in the top 30 of Ballon d'Or. Rudiger, Luke.
Yeah, yeah, Rudiger should be here. Top defender, won La Liga, won the Champions League, had a good Euros with Germany, won man of the match as a defender. I mean, that just shows you how good he is. So
Yeah,
yeah,
man
he
of the
should be
match
here.
as a defender, bro.
Yeah.
Sosa. Yeah, Rudiger, he's such a hustler. I try to tell people when he was in a Chelsea shirt, they were saying he's not like that. He's not that good. He's just a hustler. I told you guys, this guy is insane, and I think he's the best center back in the world right now. And that might be a stretch, but if you ask me if you want Van Dijk or Rudiger, I think I'm taking Rudiger. I would take him back in a heartbeat. This guy is such. I rate him so highly. Yes, I think he's better than Van Dyke, but where's Van Dyke? I don't see him on the list.
No, that's crazy. Saliba makes it, but Van Dijk doesn't. No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Rudiger, he's such a workhorse, and sometimes he had such a great year. I love Rudiger. Grimaldo, Luke.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all saw him much, but he was another key player for Leverkusen. Scored goals, got tons of assists, and he's a crazy free kick taker. I don't know if y'all seen his free kicks, but it was crazy. He scored against us, home and away, so he shows up in the big games. Him and Frimpong were honestly uh, two of the most dangerous players on Leverkusen. I don't know why Frimpong's not here, but yeah, Grimaldo for me deserves to be here.
Oh, so.
Yeah, left left wing back.
Okay. For Yeah, for me, I don't know much about him, but he's part of that Leverkusen team, and Luke watches that league every day, so he would know the most.
Every
And
day, bro.
no, I mean like that's your league. I'm not trying to come at that's your league. He watches that
Unfortunately,
league.
that is my league.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say on him. All
We
right.
got some good ballers though. I'll say that.
Yeah. Getting to the main event. Um, we're gonna Yeah, we're gonna go into our top tens. We're each gonna list our top tens of this Ballon d'Or year. We're gonna start at 10. I'll go through and ask each one of them, and they tell me why. Hold on, give me a second though. All right, all right. Go ahead. Starting with 10. Your number 10. Luke. Who do you think should be number? Who should be top 10?
I got Kylian Mbappe, 10th.
10. Okay, wow.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, that Euros was atrocious. For a player of his standards, that was a terrible Euros. And that UCL campaign, bro. I don't watch League One, honestly, but that UCL campaign was terrible, bro. It was terrible. Didn't do anything against Dortmund. I think a lot of players outshined him against Barcelona. Uh, for a player of his stature, he should have done a lot better. That's why I got him 10th.
All right. So. You're muted. You're muted.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Who's 10? Harry Kane. Okay, and why?
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay, and after we go through our tens, tell us if that person's like number, if you had them in your top 10. So, um, Luke had Luke has Mbappe. I do have him in my top 10, and so says Harry Kane. I don't have him in my top 10. Luke,
I don't either.
you don't have Kane, right?
I love Kane. I love Harry Kane, but
And so you do
he
have
had to win a trophy.
you do have Mbappe in your top 10, right? Okay, okay. But yeah, for my 10 is Yamal.
Kind of hurts
Yamal.
not having Kane.
Yamal, Luke, do you have Yamal in your top 10? No. Okay, wow. I put him 10 just because of his age. Just because of his age. He did have he in the league, they I guess it was average, I don't know personally, but in the UCL he was great. He did step up versus PSG and they got robbed. So I think they should have moved on and who knows what he would have done from there. And in the Euros, he stepped up, but I just need to see more goal scoring than assisting because I'm the type put the ball in the back of the net before you want to be pretty, play make, and all this. That's how I know he's young, so he's got time. But I got him top 10 just the fact of his age, 16 years old. Um, number 9, Luke.
Y'all might not like this. I got Lautaro Martinez.
Wow, I don't have him. Sosa. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Explain why.
I mean, top goal scorer in Serie A, 26 goals. Top goal scorer in Copa America, won Copa America, won the Serie A. He was part of one of the most deadly duos in Europe, him and
But
Thuram at Inter.
their UCL was
And
trash.
yeah, but like I don't really blame him for that UCL campaign. I think um I think Inter like it's just that team that they can beat anybody, but they can lose to anybody. And I think against Atletico Madrid, it just didn't work out for them. I get the UCL was trash. That's kind of why he's ninth. But in every other competition, he went off, and he was a key part of Inter's Serie A and Argentina's Copa America.
Sosa, 9, number 9. Wow, Foden. I have him in my top 10, but that's pretty low. Luke,
I don't got Foden.
you don't have Foden?
No,
Dang, I got Foden. Yeah, even though he got 007. Even though he was 007, I put him
in a
in.
tournament with 7 games, bro, he's 007.
Explain why. Explain why. Explain why. What'd you say? Oh, okay. Um, okay. And it's my turn. I got Mbappe. Luke, you put Mbappe 10, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Mbappe, he had the stats, but that's it. That's all you can go off of last year. I think that was his worst year in a PSG kit. I don't care about the goals he scored because most of the majority of that was just in that trash league. Um, Terrible UCL and terrible Euros for me. So for his standard, terrible.
yeah.
Um, Luke, number 8.
I got Fede Valverde, number 8.
Okay.
I think he's just a complete
He,
midfielder.
Sosa, do you have him?
Did you say yeah or no?
Yeah, he said yes. I don't have him in my top 10.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just
wait,
think
wait.
he's a key
Oh,
player
no, I
for
don't. I
them.
don't. Go ahead.
I just think he's a key player for both Real Madrid and Uruguay. I think he's a very complete midfielder. He can do everything you ask him to. And I think he's overlooked a lot because of he's not scoring the goals and maybe he's not getting the assists, but he's like the engine for Real Madrid and
Yeah, he is
Uruguay.
the engine.
So yeah, I like him a lot. So
Sosa.
yeah, I got him there.
Sosa? Oh, wow.
Who do you say?
He said yours, Valverde,
Oh,
and
Valverde?
same
Oh, okay.
reason.
Oh,
Damn.
damn.
For my number 8 is Carvajal. Do y'all have him?
I got Carvajal.
Yeah, Carvajal. Like I said earlier, he proved me wrong. Like he had great everything for his age too. Great all around. There's no way you can't put him in. The amount of trophies he won. Yeah, he has to be in the top 10. 7, Luke.
I got Erling Brandt Holland, number
Okay, okay.
7.
I have him too. Sosa.
Top goal scorer in the Prem. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, top goal scorer in the Prem. Had a good UCL campaign against Madrid. Wasn't that good. But yeah, Prem champion, top goal scorer in the Prem. He he's just that guy. Like when you need a goal, he's that guy.
Sosa, number 7. Or are we number 6? My fault.
No, it's 7.
Oh, it's
No,
7.
7.
Yeah, it is 7. Yeah, it is. I don't have him.
I got him.
Okay. All right. For me, you already know, Yuri know, Cold Palmer. I don't think you'll have him though. But
No, I don't.
no, Sosa. Oh, you got him. Wow. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
Palmer 7. I know he didn't win nothing, and I know that's a major part. That's why I was clowning the Arsenal players. But if you take his year in his first season, first full season, his first opportunity, and you put it to the Arsenal players, it clears. Like this guy took. We were terrible. We were in a terrible situation. We got this guy for nothing. 40 mil. He just comes into this team and makes it his team. This is his team. He's our best player. If you had to ask me who's your best player right now, it's Palmer. And it's not just he did it for us, he did it for England too. With limited minutes, like I said earlier, scored in the freaking final. It's not his fault they lost. If he won that, I think everyone would have him in the top 10. But sadly, they didn't. And I think this guy's going to do big things. He just needs to stay consistent as he has. Um, yeah. Moving on to number 6, Luke.
I got Tony Kroos, number 6.
Okay, I don't have him. Sosa, you have. Oh, he already said him. right?
Yeah, I just think
Yeah.
he was a key player for them last year, for the club and country. The passes, the tempo he can dictate, and just the IQ. Like he controls midfields. So yeah,
Sosa, number 6. Good. Yeah, you have him above me. And one thing about Palmer, if I had to add, it's my fault. His stats came versus the big teams. Like he didn't just stat pad versus He didn't just stat pad versus Burnley and Brentford. Like he scored on all the big six except Liverpool last year. That's the only big six team he didn't score against, but he will this year. But moving on to my number 6, Rudiger, and this is the only defender I have on the list. Do y'all have Rudiger?
no,
Damn. Sosa. Damn. Okay. Why I have Rudiger is because I was thinking, if you had to pick who's the best defender in the world right now, who would it be? And I think it's Rudiger. um, this guy, just a workhorse. He's such a great defender, and he brings energy to the team. Like if you have Rudiger behind you, showing that much motion, getting a tackling somebody, what emotion are you gonna get when you score the goal in front of him? Like this guy is such a great defender, and it goes unappreciated because everybody had thought his time at Chelsea he was mid, but he was doing the same thing, but it wasn't going for anything. And he had a UCL with us too. So yeah, I think he's the best defender in the world at the moment. Number 5, Luke.
I got my boy Florian Wirtz.
Wow, where's 5?
Yeah, yeah,
I
bro.
I don't I don't have
When we talk about Palmer and he made Chelsea his team, that Leverkusen team, that's his team, bro. That's his team. Everything that happens offensively goes through Wirtz. 37 goal contributions. He won them their first ever Bundesliga title. He won them the Pokal as well. Europa League, he took them to Europa League final. Unfortunately, he didn't show up himself, but even in the Euros as well, he scored goals and he got assists. So yeah, I think Wirtz should be top five.
okay. Sosa top 5. This is big. Damn, you're all top 5. Damn. Your best gonna love that. Yeah. For me, it's Foden. Um, y'all didn't have him, right? Or
I didn't.
I had him for yeah. He incredible Prem season. He topped Palmer, as a matter of fact. And he won trophy. He won the Prem. But why put him? He would have been higher if he had a good Euros, or even if they won it. He could have been a contender, but he kind of sold. But I can't dismiss the fact that I think he was City's best player last year. Um, well, he kind of in a way, but yeah. Number four, Luke.
Hmm. I'm gonna get a reaction now. I got Jude number four. I got Jude number four.
There we go. Number four, Jude.
Yep, I got reasons, bro.
Okay, you gotta explain this. People, everybody out there most likely has Jude to win it.
Yeah, that's PR, bro. Come on now. Bro, in my opinion, like he started off Real Madrid great, right? But from January onward, I don't really remember him doing much. I don't remember him in the City game. I definitely don't remember him in the Bayern game. Even in the final, I don't really remember him doing much. And in the Euros, I'm gonna be real. I think that bicycle kick against Slovakia, I think that hides a lot of mid games he had for England. Like he scored against Serbia, so that was good. But then Denmark, nowhere. Slovenia, nowhere. And even in the semifinals against the Netherlands, he wasn't there. Like I think the second half of the season for him wasn't good at all. That's why I got him fourth. The three guys I got above him, I think had complete seasons.
Yeah, so. Who's your number four? Damn, that's high.
That is high.
For me, I got Holland. Um, Holland, like Luke said earlier, is just a machine, bro. This guy, everybody kind of had some doubts about him when he first joined Man City, and what he did at Bayern in a worse, I mean not Bayern, my fault, Dortmund in a worse league. He's doing the same thing in the Prem, and I know they didn't win UCL, but they got eliminated to the winners. Um, it's just this guy is insane. He's making the Prem look easy, and he's about to get the hat trick record already. This is second. This is his third season coming. Like, come on, bro. Might be his third Prem. Might be his third Golden Boot. Like, bro, uh, this guy he has to be top five. But why I don't have him higher is because he can't do anything for country, unfortunately, and he didn't. They didn't win the FA Cup. They lost to Man United, which is I know Pat probably doesn't care about it, but you know, for PR. Okay, top three. Your top three. Luke didn't even have Jude in his top three, so let's see who's your top three.
I'm kind of surprised. Um, don't have him this high. I got Carvajal number three.
Yeah, I
I
have
think the
Carvalho 7 or 8.
I think the trophies he won, the performances he had, just the impact he brought, the experience, the leadership. He did it all basically. He was a key part for Real Madrid winning the Champions League. He was a key part of Spain winning the Euros. Captained both Real Madrid and Spain. So that shows you his leadership. I think overall he's just a very underrated right back. He's still got a good cross on him. He can score goals. Scored in the Champions League final. And the trophies don't lie. He's basically won everything he could.
Sosa. No,
I don't think so.
you didn't. Yeah, top
Yeah,
three. Okay, damn. And why? Why? Yeah. Me is Rodri. I got Rodri. Um, this guy, he played an important part in both. But why I kind of have Rodri 3 is kind of leading towards the PR. I don't think they're gonna let him win it. I think Jude and Vinny have more PR than him. Those are players that a lot of people love. So they want the Ballon d'Or to go to people that they love, like Messi. That's why he won it all those years when I don't think he should have won three of them. But we won't get into that. I think that's what's leading to him. I'm not saying Rodri's bad, but he won almost everything possible except the UCL and the FA Cup. But that's kind of my reason to why he's three. And I know that's kind of dumb, but I just think he's going to get three. I don't think they're going to let him win it. Luke, number two.
I got Vinicius Jr. number two for obvious reasons. When I was saying the reason I got Bellingham fourth is because I don't think he was there second half of the season. But who was there, bro? Vinicius. Vinicius Jr. was there for Real Madrid in the league and especially in the Champions League, scoring that crucial goal away at Bayern. Top performances. He didn't have a good Copa America, which is why I don't have him number one. Because to be fair to him, that Brazil team just stunk. But he didn't have a good Copa. But that Real Madrid, he won a UCL and a La Liga, and he was a key part of that. In fact, I think he was their best player that campaign.
Super Cup.
Yeah, Super Cup. Yeah.
Sosa, number two. And why? Yeah, sorry guys. He's been lagging. I'll edit this, don't worry. Yeah. For me, I got Jude Bellingham. I know a lot of people think he's gonna win, but like Luke said, I don't think he finished off strong enough for him to win. If he won the Euros, yeah, give it to him. But I just feel like he wasn't there in the big moments where they needed him, and I don't blame him. He is a midfielder. He can't just go out there and score a goal every game.
Wait, wait,
But
wait, wait, wait. Hold up. Did Sosa say Vinicius or Bellingham yet?
no.
So that means he doesn't have one. Yo, he
Wow.
doesn't have one of them, bro.
But yeah, I got Jude second
I thought,
place.
I thought like Jude Fourth would win it. Damn, man.
Luke, you're number one. Who will win the 2024 Ballon d'Or?
I think it should be Rodri. That's who I got number one. I think if you just look at his style of play, his clutch goals, his leadership, I mean, the dude won Premier League with City, and I think he was their most important player. Even Pep admitted without Rodri, they don't play the same. City's a different team when Rodri's not there. And for Spain as well, he was a key player for the controlling the midfield, passing the ball around. Like he can do it all basically. I think he should win the Ballon d'Or. I think he's just that good.
Sosa, who will win the Ballon d'Or? Tie. There can't be no ties in the Ballon d'Or.
God.
They robbed Holland. Yeah, for me, for me, it should be my winner is Vinicius Jr. So why? He stepped up when it mattered the most for the league in the UCL. He was a key player to Real Madrid. They don't win without him being in the team. I know his Brazil performances were bad, but that Brazil team has been bad. I feel like they're overrated as hell. You put someone's name, you put Dino in the behind their name, they get PR. Um, like I promise you, if it was Palmerdino, you know how many people would cop his jersey? Like, come on. Uh, but this is what it is. But yeah, excluding Brazil, he was the best. He was best in the UCL, and that's where it matters the most. And he won Super Cup, um, won his league. So that's who I have winning. So guys, you heard us. Who we have the winners. Before we end, I know it's been long. We're just gonna give our bottom five. Who do you think the worst players on this list were? Starting off with Luke, you're number 25.
I don't really number them. I just wrote down plays. I guess I'll go Rice. It was Declan Rice. He didn't win anything. Didn't really do much in Europe. So I'll just have him there.
So. Yeah. Oh no, don't go down the pipe, but just name them. Don't give a long explanation. Okay. Mine was Shaka. Luke, number 26.
Um, Odegaard, similar reasons. Didn't win nothing. Couldn't do anything in Europe.
Sosa, number 26. Kul Kulagulu. Yeah, for me, Olmo. Two reasons we said earlier. Number 27, Luke.
Um, I'll go the Chalanoglu guy at Inter. Like I said, I just think they picked a random Inter player to put on there.
Sosa, number 27. Okay. For me, Rice, too. Number 28, Luke.
Um, Lookman. I think they just put him on there for one game.
One game. Sosa. Yeah. For me, Dove Brick. And then your
Um,
last place on the list.
that's 29.
Oh yeah, 29.
Mm, I'm just looking at these players. I guess Saliba, similar
Uh,
reasons.
Sosa. Yeah, Dove Brick. Yeah. Me, the Kalhano Logu guy. I can't. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name. And your last place. Who should not be on the list?
And the Dove pick.
Sosa. Yeah, and I have Luke Mon too. But yeah, this was a good episode, guys. I know we didn't talk about much except these rankings, but hasn't been going much on because club football's not around. Make sure to tune in next week for sure. I don't think we'll do on Tuesday because there's nothing really to talk about. But next week, before club football comes back, I will be having an episode. Hopefully, most of FSG shows up. It will be the your predictions for the upcoming club games. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. This was FSG Football C Ganga. We're out.